Hello and welcome back, guys. So, what happens whenever you activate an option? So, let's go to inventory setup. And over here, if you were to turn this boolean on, so what would happen is all your expected costing will be posted to your general ledger entries. Okay, so if I were to do that and if I were to post this, so I am simply receiving it. Okay, for now, I have received it. Okay, now if I go to its posted purchase receipts, my order number is this, right? So let's search for posted purchase receipts. So if I go over here now and search for that particular document, so this is it. Filter from here. Right. Let's just type order number, and that's our order number, right? So this is the document. Whenever I do find entries, right, whenever I do find entries, you will see that my GL entry is there, right? So what this will do is whenever we are posting it, it will actually recognize our interim accounts. Okay, so the accounts that we have defined in where in inventory posting setup on our interim side over there, and on our GL setup on our interim side. Okay, so I'll just show this thing to you as well. So inventory adjustment 5510, right? So 5510 is there in general posting setup. Okay, so 5510, right? So let's do 5510. So normally where will it appear is over here, as you can see, inventory accrual. Okay, so whenever we post any uh, any order, that's where this account will be hit. And what about the another one 211? Where is that coming from? That is coming from our inventory posting setup. Okay, so from here 211, right? So if you see over here, you will see 211. Okay, it comes from two different things. So from location and your inventory posting group, or it's inventory something group, right? It's called, I always forget its name, but it is inventory posting setup. So there is a field over there called my auto typing. So inventory posting setup. So there is another field over here, inventory posting group code. Yes, that's what I forgot. It's called group code, huh? So based on that, GL entry would be created. Okay, otherwise if we don't have this boolean on inventory setup, what happens is, so if I turn this thing off, right, so normally in this situation you will not have those entries. Okay, so if I were to post another purchase receipts now, let's suppose this one, uh, okay, and let's just create one item over here. So item, and then let's just do Athens desk again, and let's do one quantity. And if I were to do preview posting, of course you will need the vendor number, I'll give you that, not a big deal, right? So if I were to do preview posting, of course our GL entry you can see over here. Right, so this is actually when you create an invoice, that's what it looks like, right? But we are simply going to receive the goods only. Okay, it's not like creating an invoice, we are simply receiving the goods. So we are just doing the GRN entry basically. Okay, so when we post this, now our order number is this. Let's go and search for this order number in our posted purchase receipts, and let's go over here. let's do order number, right? And let's paste it. Let's do find entries. Over here you will not see the GL entry. Why is that? Because we turned off the boolean where we said that we don't want any cost to be posted. Okay, so whenever I go to inventory posting setup, sorry, inventory setup, and if we turn this thing on, it will actually uh, post the GL entry as well. Okay, so now when we do find entries, it won't still appear. But if you want, now you've turned it on, it's not appearing, right? So in that situation, what you will have to do is you'll have to do post cost to GL, post inventory cost to GL. Okay, so once you do that, what happens is, so this is a bad job that we need to run. So if you just do preview, of course it will run, right? So for a particular item, okay, there is nothing to post. Let's just get rid of the item filter, and when we run this, there is one item that we had just now received, right? So that would be posted. One value entries has been created. Now when I do find entries, what you will see is the GL entry is back, right? So why do we need this? So different businesses do this in order to track, what component they have received as a order in the business, whatever goods they have received but have not received the invoice. So in order to track that, they normally turn this thing on, okay, in their inventory. So that's how this whole process works of posting expected cost to GL entry. And based on need basis, the it can be posted to GL entry. Okay, it just depends on different places. So if it's a service industry, of course you don't need all this thing, right? So it just depends on different scenario and different client requirements as well. Okay, so yeah, that's how we can uh, post any cost related to PO which we have not received invoice for into our general ledger entries. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Take care. Bye bye.